Hello everyone. So I am bringing you this video to do a vocabulary activity with you. I am also going to be posting a video that our kindergarten team created last week, and it is what's called a screencasting video where I am showing you the screen from a website that goes over the vocabulary words. So I will also be sharing that with you as well. But when all of this started, my number one goal that I set to all of you was that my goal is to continue to build relationships with students. And I feel as though it is easiest for me to feel connected to you by making videos of myself teaching you versus a video of somebody else teaching you. So I want to start incorporating more video recording. And while I'm still going to use great resources that are available through our language arts curriculum is called Wonders. Students are familiar with that. And through Wonders, they have a great website that has a lot of resources. That is where we are going to do the screencasting videos for all of you. But again, it is very important to me that students are seeing and hearing me, because that helps me feel connected to students, and I'm sure it helps students also. So again, my number one goal in all of this is to continue to build relationships. So in order to do that, I'm going to be making lots of videos. So I will be posting both for you. I'm going to post the screencasting video from the website, and I will also post this video for you as well to review our vocabulary words for this week. So are we ready? The first vocabulary word for this week is careful. Everyone say the word with me. Careful. To be careful is to pay close attention to what you are doing or saying. The teacher was careful when he put staples into the stapler. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to tell about a time when you have been very careful. So instead of allowing pause time, because everybody will need a different amount of time. Parents, if you just want to pause the video and have students please answer that question, tell about a time when you have been very careful. Now, let's look at the picture that shows a teacher who is being very careful. The teacher doesn't want to jam the stapler, so he is putting the staples into the stapler very carefully. Everyone say the word with me. Careful. Very good. Now, if this was Mrs. Miller, I would not only be worrying about jamming the stapler, I would be worried about the staple falling on top of my finger, because that happens to me all the time. All right, the next word is connect. Everyone say connect. When you connect two things, you put them together. I can connect pieces of yarn by tying them together. What do you connect to a dog's collar before you take the dog for a walk? I'm checking on Bentley because anytime I say the W word, in my house we call it we say G-O-4-A-W, because we know that he knows those words. Right now he's in the chair next to me sleeping, and I think maybe he's in dreamland because he didn't move when I said the W word. So let me ask you that question again. What do you connect to a dog's collar before you take the dog for a walk? Go ahead and pause the video and respond to your grown-up. Let's look at the picture of a child who is connecting two pieces of yarn. She is tying them together. That sentence made me think of a great suggestion during this quarantine time at home. A great thing to be practicing is connecting your shoelaces and tying them together. That would be a great thing to practice. Next vocabulary word is country. Everyone say country. A country is an area of land and people who are ruled by one government. The United States of America is the country where we live. What is another country you would like to visit? Go ahead and pause the video and respond to that question to your grown-up. Now let's look at the picture that shows a map of our country, the United States. So this is a map of our country, the United States of America. Or I'm going to show you where Washington, D.C. is. Washington, D.C. is right over here. So we live in the state of California, which is over here, and we are down here near the bottom. So if we wanted to go to Washington, D.C., we could drive a car. We talked about different ways that we can do transportation in one of our other units. You could certainly drive a car all the way over here to Washington, D.C. It would take you a few days. But you could also go in an airplane and you could fly all the way over here. It's the other side of the country, Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is where the president lives. I know DJ in our class went to Washington, D.C. this school year, actually. And so I love hearing his stories about that. If anyone else has been to Washington, D.C., I would love for you to tell me in the comment section that you've been there. It is one place that I would absolutely love to go. I have never been to Washington, D.C. I have been to Pennsylvania on that side over there. But I have never been to New York, and I have never been to Washington, D.C. Those are some places I would love to go. New York, Washington, D.C., and I would love to go to Boston, Massachusetts also. Lots of history over there. My grandparents are actually from Pennsylvania. They live here now, but I have gone back there to their hometown with them, which was really special to see that. So if you've ever been to Washington, D.C., let me know. That would be really cool to know if anyone else has ever been there, like DJ has. The next word is purpose. Everyone say purpose. The purpose of something is the reason it is made or used. The purpose of a pencil box is to hold pencils. And I couldn't help but notice that they're my personal favorite Ticonderoga pencils. I just love them. Actually, I have a bunch of them back there. Can you see them back there? Oh, other side. Ooh. That way. That whole flip camera is so hard for me to figure out. Okay, back to our word purpose. What is the purpose of a coat? Another word for coat would be like a jacket. What is the purpose for wearing a coat? Go ahead and pause the video until you're grown up. What is the purpose of a coat? Now let's look at the picture of the pencil box. You put your pencils in a pencil box to keep them from getting lost. The purpose of a pencil box is to keep all your pencils in one place. Everyone say the word with me, purpose. Very good. Our last vocabulary word for this week is travel. Something we're not doing at this time because we are staying indoors and staying safe. Travel. To travel is to move from one place to another. One way to travel is to fly in an airplane. Where in our world would you like to travel? So go ahead and pause the video and tell your grown-up, if you could travel somewhere, where would you like to travel? And I am also curious, I am curious to know how many of you have ever been in an airplane before? That would be a question I would be asking you in class, and I'd be like, raise your hand if you've ever been in an airplane. So let me know in the comment section if you've ever traveled in an airplane before. Now let's look at the picture of passengers who are about to travel by airplane. They are probably traveling or going to a place that's far away. Traveling by an airplane will get them there faster. Everyone say travel. All right, very good job with your vocabulary words for this week. So again, I will be posting two videos, this one and the normal screencasting video from the Wonders website. But again, it's just another way for me to feel connected to you if I can make these videos and have more personal conversations with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vocabulary lesson, and I will chat with you later. Bye, guys.